So the only real deep question to answer here is, what is this cafe racer thing, and should you be interested in the cafe racer? Look, if you want to look at your motorcycles a lot more than you want to ride your motorcycles, then formats like cafe racers do make sense. Because cafe racing did evolve from a specific kind of motorcycle. It wanted to do a specific kind of purpose, and in the middle of which, by accident, by evolution, whatever you want to call it, we got a very proportionate kind of motorcycle. They really are good looking as motorcycles go. Right? So if you look at the Continental GT, you look at the Thruxton 400, you look at the actual old cafe racers, whether that's the Norton Manx or whatever, they are genuinely proportionate, good-looking, attractive motorcycles. But if you think of them as old sports bikes, you suddenly realize that the performance orientation that this design was born from continues to have the comfort challenges that those guys accepted as normal. And if you don't accept it as normal, then a cafe racer will prevent you from riding your motorcycle a lot.
You know what? I was thinking while you were saying all this, I was just thinking about the Triumph Bobber. The
Yep.
right? Like that is such an obtuse motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like I cannot think of it being practical for anybody.
Right.
But it is such a mood. Like I remember the first time I rode
Correct.
it was in the evening. I rode from Baner to Pashan Road. And I got there, it had not been comfortable. The suspension was bumpy. The bike was loud. But when I stopped, I was laughing. I was just like, it's a mood, right?
Yeah.
And the Thruxton, in that sense, any cafe racer is also a mood,
Yeah.
which is
I always want to be careful about mood motorcycles because having the mood on the test ride and living with the motorcycle are not on the same continuum unless you are clear about it.
correct. That's exactly what
That's
I'm
it.
saying. Which is why the Bobber for me is such a great example because it is 100%. If you tell me right now, would you want a Bobber as the only bike in my garage? No way, right? As a third bike in my garage,
No way.
no, I would love to have it. It's completely mad. I mean, it's so wild that it makes me feel like a different person, and that's an extreme motorcycle, which the Thruxton will do for some people, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying
Because of the
be
mood.
cautious with this purchase.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it has lots of appeal points and cafe racers always had.
So I think what I will translate that is what he's trying to say. What Shumi's trying to say here is that you'll feel that tug about this bike feeling special on a short ride. But keep in mind that the practicality trade-offs that will come with it, which when you live with it, will hurt more and for longer if you aren't prepared for it, if you aren't clear about that. So that's the main thing that I think he's trying to say and I'm trying to say in different aspects of it. And as a primary motorcycle, when I think about it, the Thruxton, it will feel like I would think like you said, right? That the scrambler is something I'd enjoy a lot more every day,
Yeah, 100%.
right? And this is more about it feeling special at times.
Yeah, बुलाती है जाने का नहीं.
I don't know what that means, but
It's a euphemism for it's very attractive, but maybe you don't want that in your life. So I'm very clear about this. If I had all the money in the world, formats like Bobber's Cafe Racers, visually so amazing, these would be the last purchases I would make. Because as useful motorcycles go, these are not designed to be useful. What they do is something else. And what that fundamentally means is, if you look at your motorcycles a lot more than you want to do stuff with your motorcycles, then these attractive formats start to really work for you. And I'm not talking to you three hardcore guys out there who are out touring on your Continental GT 650s. That's not the issue here. The issue is, I don't want anybody to get misled into that is the normal. It may be your normal, but that is not the normal. There were people in the Ladakh area on R15s. They did have good rides and they did make memories. Absolutely. But the guys who were on more upright motorcycles, from the same stable, let's call it the MT15, although the Dukes were more common, they had an easier time of it and they had a different, less challenging experience of it. This is just a flavor thing.
yeah.
If cafe racers aren't your flavor, whether this motorcycle is good looking or not should not make any difference to you. And if cafe racers are your flavor, I'd be surprised if you can do better than the Thruxton in terms of a motorcycle that does most of the things you do daily with your motorcycle.
Cool. All right. Short summary for the short review.
No, the quick summary of this is if you're interested in a cafe racer in India today, I don't think you should make a purchase decision without trying out the Thruxton 400. But if you want to be outside riding,
1 second. What are the cafe racers?
Continental GT 650 is there.
And
Oh, Honda doesn't make one because Royal Enfield doesn't make a cafe racer in the 350cc class. Otherwise, there'd be a CB350 CR or something.
who else?
Hey, do you think the CRF 300, the CR stands for cafe racer?
I don't think so.
Okay, me too.
Which are the cafe racers there, man? You got me at that.
There is a reason why the cafe racer numbers are
Does
useless.
Java do a cafe racer?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
No, so that's it. 2 bikes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're considering a cafe racer today, for what it's worth, this is the better one, I think. Does
Really?
does the GT's twin give it more feel? Yes. Does it give it more of a aesthetic presence because it's a larger engine? Yes. But this is the motorcycle that's easier to ride, so you'll do more with the Thruxton 400.
That sound also, my God. I love the sound of that.
This is not a bad sounding motorcycle. I
yeah?
think the trick that they've missed is that the Scrambler 400's twin exhaust actually sounds better than this single out.
Oh,
So if you were to swap it, and I believe they are swappable, if you were to swap it, the sound would improve, but the visuals would go one step back. So trade-off.
that's
Personally, I'd never spend money on an exhaust at all.
an interesting takeaway. I would have thought that the
No, so that they said when the Speed 400 also came, that the Speed 400 exhaust you could swap to the Scramblers and it would improve the sound.
No, I was thinking about what you said between the Thruxton 400 and the GT650.
I've ridden the GT650 for testing and the FAQs, and you can see those on the app if you like. I struggled with that motorcycle because I had to put those kilometers on it, and it's not comfortable at all.
Is this again the ergonomics of the suspension?
Ergonomic, suspension, weight,
It's more committed.
yeah.
The weight is, of course, is a thing with that engine. Okay.
So, is it not a special motorcycle to look at? Sure.
So this is
But
kind
I don't
of.
want to commute 54 kilometers every day on a Continental GT650.
So the Thruxton 400 is kind of in ergonomics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, that's a big difference then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that definitely makes it easier for more people.
Yep.
Hello. If you enjoyed this clip, which means you're into good conversations, and that's what we're all about. It's really hard packing in the essence of an idea into a 60-second clip. This 3-minute, 5-minute video would have given you a sense of that, and you can enjoy this entire conversation in its full glory on the MotorInc channel. So why don't you head out over there and subscribe to that, and you could subscribe to this channel as well if you enjoyed it.